All right. Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Midwestern Trapper, how you, brother? Kentucky Prepper 5, how you doing, brother? Hope y'all all doing good. Hey there, Miss Joy. Everybody say hey to Joy. There's James 223 DMR, brother. Buck, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate you coming in. The stream it got crazy here. I was in the barn in the shed and couldn't get any service. I had to run back up to the house and hook everything up here. So it's kind of a crazy day. Yeah, we all need to be praying for James 223 DMR. James lost his mama. And we all need to be praying for him and his family. Good, Buck. Good. I'll be looking for it, buddy. I'll be looking for it. It's I don't know why I lost my internet. It was just on my phone. I got it at the house, but it wouldn't pick up. We've been having rain today, so it may have something to do with that. Oh, thank you, KY Prepper. GGW Outdoors, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you being here. We got rain all this morning, but it's finally clearing out now, but it's mighty overcast. Yeah, James, we'll all be praying for you and thinking about you, buddy. I know it's a tough time for you. Chasing Tail Outdoor, how you doing, but I appreciate you being in here. Sorry, I can't really see. My eyes ain't focusing in here. There's Dave Neal. How you doing, Dave? I appreciate you coming in, buddy. We're all doing pretty good here, David. Did you get you a deer last couple of days? I know you were going out to hunt. There's Mark's Trapping and Outdoors. How you doing, Mark? I appreciate that, buddy. I'm still pretty wore out from building them. I tell you, I've been wide open this last week. I didn't have much time to rest. There's Scott Swift. How you doing, buddy? I appreciate you being here, Scott. I saw Joy was here. Hope y'all are doing good. Did y'all get rain last night, Scott? No, we got it. Oh, okay, Dave. I couldn't remember. I was thinking you were getting ready to go the other day. I hope you get you a good one. It's warming up pretty good here now, Dave. Oh, I appreciate it, Dan. I'm trying to think of, well, was that Easter Sunday? Is that when I guess it was last week was Easter. Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of family stuff. I went down and saw Mama, and Just hung out and did some stuff. Had all the Easter egg hunts. I got to catch your replay tomorrow, Dan. I missed it last night. I clicked on the internet and it just streamed, so I missed it by just a few minutes. Okay, Scott, I figured every time we get rain, it usually comes from y'all or Florida, one of the two. Oh, that's good, Buck. Well, we're not supposed to have any more rain we got like a 30% one day the rest of this week, and it's supposed to warm up, so I'm hoping it does good. We've had enough rain for this year, if you ask me. Dave, I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Have a great day. I hope you have a great day, and it's always good to hear from you. Yeah, I thought it was Easter, Dan. I got my days all mixed up. I knew there was some reason I didn't get on here. Oh, good, Joy. Yeah, y'all need to go over and check out Joy's planter boxes. She did them in little swimming pools. It was cool idea. And they got a lot of swimming pools. She ought to get a good harvest out of those. I got to go get my all my plants tomorrow. I got all my seeds in, but I'm still waiting to go get my plants, that I'm gonna do some of my stuff in plants. Oh man, chasing tails. No, you can keep the snow, brother. I'm just happy with the warmer weather. It's getting fishing weather now. Since I'm done trapping, y'all keep all that snow. I'm enjoying just the warmer weather. GGW said it's sunny and windy there. Well, that's good. I heard it was getting up around 70 something, high 70s or 80 degrees there, GGW. I appreciate that, Buck. Maybe it will be once it gets going. I hope everything comes up this year. Still got to get my electric fence up so the deer don't get me before. As soon as that stuff pops through the ground, them deer will start wearing it out, especially my carrots. Carrots and okra. They killed me last year on carrots and okra. There's Mock. MCK, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you being in, buddy. That's right, KY Prepper. It's time to get rid of that snow, start getting them gardens going. I know it won't be long in Maine before Don and Cat and Hippie Chick and Miss Judy, hopefully they can start warming up and get their garden started. Oh, I hate that for you, Dan. I've had enough rain for 1 year. I'm telling you, my whole trapping season was in the rain this year. Good, Joy. That's good. I think tomorrow's going to be a really pretty day here. Mark J. Larson, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you being in here. Man, Mark's got snow today too. Good Lord. Y'all folks don't never get rid of that snow up there. James says it's 51 and windy there. Y'all a lot cooler than us, James. I figured y'all be warming up a little bit. We're probably in the mid 70s right now. Yeah, mid 70s and GGW is part of the country. Good deal, Mock. Good deal. I tell you, I'm glad to see this warm weather coming on in here. I mean, we didn't have much of a winter per se. It was just a cold, wet winter, and I hate that. Hey, there's MB Heritage Farms. How you doing, Michael? Bobby Jean? I appreciate you stopping in. Working on the garden. It ain't there yet, but I'm getting it going. Oh, I know, GGW. I got a weed eat and cut, but after the rain today, it'll be a day or two before I can cut my grass. I think we're above average too, Dan. We've got to be, as a matter of fact. There's no way we can't be above average right now. Scott says it's going to be 45 there tonight. I think we're done with the 40s, Scott. I hope. I think we're going to be in the mid 50s every night this week. I'm hoping so anyway. Oh, that's awesome, KY Prepper. It's always good to network, isn't it, buddy? That's a very good idea. I'll trade a little bit of garden stuff for a good place to trap. Oh, there's Uncle Jim. How you doing, buddy? Says warm, but the snowpack could melt too fast. Oh yeah, you don't want a bunch of flooding, that's for sure. You don't want it to melt too fast all at one time. We've never had to deal with that, of course, here, but I imagine that would get rough if it starts melting too fast at one time. Mark said it was 82 there the last 2 days. That's something, Mark. That's something you hadn't seen in a while, isn't it? Mike's fishing home. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you coming in, Mike. Mike says it's cold there today too. Dropped 70 to 40. Woo! We had some time. We had some days when it did that this year, Mike. But I think we're done with that. We're going to be pretty steady here now. I don't think maybe a 20-degree drop's all we're going to get from here on out. I hope. Oh, is that right? Is that right, James? Is he one of the guys on the Weather Channel or something? Reed Timmer? Hey, that's fine, Michael. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. I hope your cabbage does good. I'm gonna put mine in tomorrow, so hopefully we'll both have a big cabbage haul. Oh, good, Mock. They'll move on in and stay there. They'll stay there the rest of the summer. You can bet on that. I'd like to see some more videos next year of you trapping them. Oh, that's awesome, Joy. That's awesome. You know, I traded a bunch of cantaloupes last year to Mike for Stoney's brother for eggs. Matter of fact, Stoney brought me 2 18-packs the other day. But now that the garden's in, as soon as I get it up and running, then I'm gonna start working on the chicken coop. So hopefully I have chickens. Hopefully by the end of the summer. Oh, is that right, GDW? I think we're gonna stay warmer than that for a while now. Oh, I appreciate that, Mike. I really do. Oh, Reed's a storm chaser. Okay, I didn't know who he was. James, I didn't know if he was Weather Channel or what. A storm chaser. I hope y'all don't have no bad weather. Dang, Scott, that's a pretty good jump for y'all right there, 45 to 80. I guess I missed that. I missed Hillbilly Up's live stream, Dan. I guess I missed that one. Stoney's been okay, Mark. I don't see him a lot when it's not trapping season. He come by a little bit ago and brought me them eggs, and I don't remember what we did. We did something around here, but I got to take my furs off to Moyle Minkin Tannery, and I thought he was going to do his, but he still got a bunch of his stuff in the freezer, so I don't know. I guess he'll get them off when he gets them off. Wow, James, that was a bad storm. Yeah, send them on. That's some big hail right there. I got caught in a hailstorm like that one year, and I had over 1,000 dents in my truck. And they got every one of them out. I'd have never believed it. Hey, Joy, I'll agree with that because I can eat eggs and potatoes a lot during the week. Be nice to have a little piece of pig thrown in there every now and then, but I can live off potatoes and eggs, I believe. Oh man, Mark, I could tell that was a bad storm coming. I didn't know. I didn't know it wound up being a tornado though. Mike, I appreciate you being in here, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that out. That's right, GGW. I believe I can do it too. Yeah, Dan, I was waiting on that video. You teased us and said you got you a new pistol, new gun. Chris from the 740, how you doing, brother? Man, you've been on the go this last 2 weeks. Man, I'm glad y'all didn't glad you didn't have any damage, Mark. I know I was watching Pondham's video, man. They got a lot of water down there. His fields looked like they had a lot of water standing. Good one, Mark. Hey, what the flock? How you doing? I appreciate you coming in. Hope y'all are doing good. We're all talking about how bad the weather, who's got good weather and who's got bad weather. Yeah, Dan, tell Uncle Jim what FFL gel is. I think he's been in YouTube jail enough. He might want to find out what that is. Good, Chris. I'm looking forward to some more videos. I enjoyed the other ones when y'all went shooting, but I've been keeping up with it on Facebook. Oh, okay. It's waiting period then. That's right, Jim. Yeah, I do. It's my dang alarm system, Scott. It started at 3 o'clock this morning, and I ain't been able to figure out which one of these sensors are bad. So I'm gonna have to go around after everything. The live stream came up on me too fast today, so I can't get it to go off. Hang on, I might be able to get it to go off. I silenced it earlier. Y'all keep talking. Maybe it'll stay quiet for a little while. Thing's annoying. It kept me up, and I couldn't figure out which sensor was going off. James, you can't hurt that Lincoln. Man, them things are made out of Detroit steel. Wow, Dan, that's a long wait. GGW, every one of these sensors got batteries in it. And if one of the outside sensors is bad, it goes the thing right here, the panel is right behind me. So I have to go around to every one of them until I get the right one that's the battery's dead. Oh, it's not smoke detector, Jim. It's a thieving detector. It's my what do you call it? In case somebody breaks in on me. Hey, New Jersey Fishing Maniac, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you coming in. How's your weather? Y'all still cold and got snow today? Oh man, do a video on it, Mock. I want to see that. Scott, no. Like I said, there's like 10 different sensors, motion detectors. And when the battery goes out, I have to go to each one and figure out which one's setting the main panel off. I'll get it figured out today eventually. Yeah, motion sensor, Jim. I know. I had brain fart. I couldn't remember what it was called. But I usually have to change these batteries about twice a year, and because they are a pain in the butt when they do go out. I guess I ought to just go ahead and swap them all out and be done with it. There you go, security alarm. Well, it tells me which number, but I don't have them numbered which one is which, you know. It's stupid. I did that this morning. It said sensor number 2. Well, I don't know which sensor number 2 is. So it didn't do me much good, GGW. Because the alarm guy set them up and set them up in the panel when he came out here, but he didn't tell me in what order he did them in, so I got no clue. I'll just change every battery in every one of them. But yeah, that's the way my day start with, and didn't have no internet. And that went up until I came in here at like 10 minutes till 2. So I didn't even know if I was going to be live or be on because my phone wasn't working. So I didn't know if I was going to be live or not. But luckily, this picked up my home internet. I thought, I don't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. I'd like to get out and do some, melt some lead down before it gets too hot here. If it was raining too hard today to do anything, but I need to get out there and get some of that lead melted down, make some ingots out of them. So I have all that made. Oh no, did it really, Scott? Yeah, I have to, my dang thermostat, I have to put batteries in that thing about 4 times a year. It eats up some batteries. I look, GGW. I can't find anywhere where he's wrote them down. And it'll just say sensor number 2 or sensor number 4, and I have to just go through and change every battery in the house. And them batteries are expensive, but I mean, they last a good while. They last 6 or 8 months probably. I go to batteries and bulbs and pick up a whole case of them. No, Buck, I never did go buy me a Dutch oven pot. I've got one here that's big enough that I can use probably, but I need to go by Goodwill. Maybe I'll swing by there tomorrow when I go get my plants and see if they got any down there. If not, I guess I could go by Harbor Freight and get one there. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I agree. Well, I mean, it's plugged into the wall socket, so it is. I don't know if that'd be considered hardwired or not, but the sensors aren't hardwired. That's the problem. Yeah. I wish the sensors were hardwired, but ADT, I don't think they hardwire anything like that. Or they didn't here. Hey, Jim, I appreciate you being here, buddy. I hope you shoot good. I'm glad you can finally see the targets. I'll be looking for a video. I'll be watching the video too, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, KY Prepper, I appreciate you, brother. And keep on working in that garden, man. We gotta put up all the food we can this year. Y'all need to check out KY Prepper's prepping series he's doing too. He's got a lot of good information on his videos. Yeah, that's right, GGW. Is that right, Dan? They had these batteries pretty cheap. I mean, a decent price on these batteries. It's a little bit short battery. It's like a double A little bigger than fatter than a double A, but they're shorter than a double A. And they were pretty reasonable. I've never tried to get a key fob there for anything, though. Actually, I think my daughter got a key fob there for her car. Hey, Gary Meldrum, how you doing, buddy? You been out squirrel hunting today, Gary? I imagine y'all are still pretty cool right now, too. Hey, Mark, I don't blame you, brother. Have a good Sunday afternoon. And make sure you video that bolt. All right, Mark. Have a great day, buddy. Exactly, KY Prepper. I'm on board with you with that one, brother. I sure am. I'm putting up everything I can put up this year. All right, buddy. Oh, did it, Gary? I think it ended here too on the 31st. I mean, I can still go out and shoot coons and possums if I want to, but I ain't gonna eat either one of them. So, yeah, there you go, walleye fishing. Hopefully, I'll get out and fish here pretty soon. Once I get the garden squared away, I should be able to take a day off from working on the chicken coop and get the boat out and go. I'm probably getting a little bit late for crappie fishing here. They've been tearing the crappie up around here the last 2 or 3 weeks. I bet Georgia boy's been wearing them out up there on his lake. Oh, that's right, Mark. Yeah, turkey season's in. It's in season here too. My buddy's boy shot a pretty nice one the other day where I was trapping that cow farm. He got him a nice bird the other day. I wish I turkey hunted. I'd make him take me down there, but I haven't been turkey hunting in years. But I know there's a mess of them down there. I counted 2 different flocks of about, I think it was 36 in each, around 36 in each flock. And I counted at least 15 nice toms, not 15 nice gobblers, I mean. I hope you get a good one, Mark. Is that right, GDW? Let me see, ours may be ending about the same time because they started about 3 weeks ago. So I hadn't heard of a lot of birds being killed, though. I'm sure there have been, but none of my buddies have called me and said they got anything except for that buddy of mine's son. That's the only bird I know that's anybody around here is even shot. You know, our turkey population is down real low, but I think trapping the coons and the possums out is going to help a lot. Of course, you still got a lot of coyotes, but I think the biggest nest raiders are the coons and the possums. So I'm hoping that's making a difference. I need to get those furs sent off though, so I can clean the shed up, get all the dust and all that stuff off my floors, wipe everything down so I can get to maybe do some reloading here pretty soon. I don't like getting in there when there's all that dust and stuff in there. Oh, I meant the other day I was watching Georgia Shooters Connection the other night, and I was thinking if you're sizing the necks on your rifle ammo, you size and do all that before you prime them, right? Somebody let me know that. I would think you would size your necks and trim them and do all that if you have to before you ever prime anything. Oh, GGW, I got borax all over it from doing them coyote hides. I got stuff everywhere. It's just a mess in there. It needs to be all swept down and dusted down and wiped down. I tell you something pretty cool. Yesterday I went out and was metal detecting some Civil War sites yesterday. I dug up a percussion cap for a 54 caliber, and I find a lot of shot percussion caps, but I don't find a whole lot of dropped ones. It's a pretty neat percussion cap. I mean, it's a lot bigger than, I got the percussion caps for my 50 caliber muzzle loader. They're not near as big as this 54 back, 150 years ago, the way they did them. But it was kind of neat to find a percussion cap. Little Ridge Farm, how you doing? I sure appreciate you coming in here. Got a great group of folks in today. If there's anybody that can run Little Ridge Farms channel link, I'd appreciate it. I can't do it on my end. All right, GGW. That's kind of what I was thinking. Just say you had done everything, then you noticed it had a bulge or a crack or something. You'd done wasted a primer for one thing. I kind of figured you do all your case prep before you primed it. I wasn't sure though. Yeah, Joy, my shed really needs spring cleaning. That's why I don't do any of my gardening stuff in there. It would be a mess because I got too many projects in my shed, my he shed. Well, I appreciate that. Little Ridge Farm. I tell you, I know how it is being. It's a busy time of the year, especially right now. I don't think I am GGW because I don't have a annealing machine. Most of the brass I'll have will be new brass. I'll probably just check the overall case length on it, and make sure it's all right. I'm not going to get too in depth on it. I'm ordering those 35 Remington brass, and it's supposed to be new brass. So I imagine they're going to be pretty close to, I'll measure the overall case length and all, but I'm thinking they're probably all going to be in good shape. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened with the fire, Little Ridge? Did y'all have a fire at your place? I didn't see that. I sure hope you didn't have a fire there. Oh, if y'all hadn't noticed, my grandboy's here. I'm babysitting him today. Oh my gosh, Little Ridge Farm. I'm sorry. I didn't know about that. I I'm gonna have to go back and watch your channel because I don't get. I'll be honest with you. I got so many channels. I don't get half notifications on everything. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I hate that for you. What you doing, buddy?
Getting some Cheetos.
Huh?
I'm hungry. And I want some Cheetos.
All right, take Cheetos in there. Goodness, yeah, that's terrible. I hope you were able to get it rebuilt, and I know it's going to be rough starting over, but I hope you get everything rebuilt and get you back going again. Yeah, GGW, that's all that boy does is eats. If I take him on the trap line, I got to pack a Sunday dinner just to feed him while I'm out there. He's a growing boy. But I think my granddaughter, I think she eats as much as he does. She's younger than him. Well, I hope you get it done, Little Ridge. I know it's gonna be pushing it. Yeah, it is, Scott. It is. Hey, there's Vanessa Kitty. How you doing, Vanessa? Hope you're doing good today. How's y'all's weather? Y'all still pretty chilly? Hey, there's Steve's Woodworking and Homestead. What's going on, buddy? I appreciate you being in. That's okay. I appreciate you just stopping in and saying, hey, that's great. And I'll not stop a man from his painting. That's something I despise doing is painting. I do all my painting, but I really don't like it. Yeah, we'll be doing that for sure, Little Ridge. Oh, okay, Vanessa. Yeah, we got rain this morning, but it's pretty warm. We're in the middle 70s, I think. Or low 70s, I'd say. Y'all hang tight. I gotta grab something. Little Ridge, I'll make sure I go and make sure it gives me a notification for that. I don't know why in the world. I guess just because I got so many channels I follow, I don't get notifications on a lot of them, but I want to make sure I'll be there on that. Hey, Steve, I would if I could, buddy. Like I said, I do all my painting, but I really don't like it. I'm down to 3 pieces of Judy's maple brownies. That's all I got left, 3 of them. Oh, we'll do, Little Ridge. We'll definitely be there. I know Don and Kat told me their garden spot is finally melted, where they can see their garden spot. So maybe it won't be long before they can start breaking up the ground some. I don't know. I imagine that ground's still pretty froze. I gotta get my electric fence up though before anything comes up. Make sure the deer don't get it. Hey Rob, New York Outcast, how you doing, buddy? I'm not even gonna ask how your weather is because I'm sure it's cold. Joy, I've been making myself only eat 1 piece about every week. If not, I'd sit there in that chair and eat every bit of it one night. I can't do it. I like to stretch it out. So I still got 3 weeks worth, and that's it. Then I'm out. Judy had to make me some more. It was really good, though. She did a real good job with it. Oh, well, maybe Rob is warmed up some then. Good. Abnormally warm. That's awesome, brother. I hope you get you a good harvest this year. I planted lettuce here. I know you're a fan of lettuce, but I don't know how it's going to do. I've never grown lettuce here. I mean, I grow a lot of collards and cabbage and stuff like that, but I've never done anything as dainty as what I call lettuce. But I think it's going to do all right. As long as I can keep the bugs out of it, I think everything's going to do pretty good. Little Ridge, Irene Sheldon's upstate New York too. She comes in quite a bit. The field guide. No, it's good, Scott. It's pretty soft, really. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you being in here, buddy. Great season this year. I look forward to your turkey videos. you're going to have to, I'm sure you'll get back out to fishing and frog shooting with your blowgun, though. Those will be fun things to do when it warms up. Oh, sorry, Scott. I thought you meant my brownies. I did it just like I do collard greens. I just sprinkled it out and raked it in. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I've never grown lettuce, but I just think it would be one of those kind of things that the bugs would really eat quick if you do get any bugs in there. But we'll see. It may be easy like collards or turnips or anything else. And we're doing some broccoli, even though broccoli is really a fall weather crop. We're going to try it and see. Last year we planted some and actually got some decent heads of broccoli before it got too hot outside. Oh, exactly, Rob. You can't beat nothing fresh out of the garden. I mean, if you get a head of cabbage at the grocery store, even though when you cook it, it tastes fresh. If you took that same head right out of a garden, it's amazing how much better it tastes just for the fact that it's not been sitting in a truck or a warehouse for 3 weeks, Plus, I don't dump all the crap on it that they do in the, commercial cabbage. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, Rob. That's one reason we did the cabbage, the lettuce, because I figure you just, like you said, harvest what you need to make you a salad, and it'll just keep coming back. Which is what we did with the collards this fall, and boy, we got a lot of collards. I planted some turnips, collards, something else. Oh, Dan, don't be hating. Don't be hating on Rob. Yeah, GGW. Everything just comes, if you don't cut it off down to the nub, the new growth will just keep coming up. I harvested the big collard leaves and all, and then the new collards just keep coming up from the inside. Well, I agree, Rob. I planted this from seed, so I actually don't know what type. It could be romaine lettuce for all I know. I don't know what type of lettuce I planted, I'll be honest with you. I bought the seed pack and it wasn't marked. But it'd be nicer if it was romaine or something like that. I mean, when I buy a salad pack, I get the kind with a lot of mixed salads. I like maybe 10% iceberg if I do that. I may even mix 2 different bags, but I'd rather have it with spinach and romaine and stuff like that, and just throw a little bit of iceberg in there because they usually have a lot of cabbage and carrots mixed in. So I do like that in my salad. Iceberg's all water. It's really not that healthy. Rockwood 64, what's going on, Phil? How you doing, buddy? Did it quit raining down your way? Hey, there's Razor. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you coming in, Razor. How's your weather? We finally warmed up a little bit, getting a lot of rain. Yeah, Phil, I was looking at that. It's not supposed to rain again, but dang if it hadn't clouded back up here. We might have a little more to go yet before it's out of here. It's been overcast most of the day. Yeah, GGW. I like those. I just don't like a bag of iceberg lettuce, but there's just nothing in it but water. But the southwestern salads are good. I tell you who makes a good salad is Chick-fil-A. Those Cobb salads. And Zaxby's makes a good salad. If I'm going to eat salad out, I like both of those places pretty good. In the 80s, but cloudy. That's pretty warm. I hope it doesn't start back raining here again. I thought we were done with it, but Bill says it's about to rain again, so we may be getting some more. Yeah, I agree, Rob. I agree. I got my sweet potato slips. I got them soaking in water in there, trying to get them up a little bit bigger so I can plant my sweet potatoes. I planted a lot of garlic this year. I'm going to probably plant a lot of onions, but I hadn't done my onions yet. But we did really good on sweet potatoes last year, and they can real well. Scott's in the 70s. We might be in the high 60s, Scott. I don't know. I thought we were in the 70s, but we may be. Oh, there's Dan and Judith. How you doing, Dan? Judith and Dan Davis? Dan says they're 67. Let me see what we are. I was thinking we were in the 70s. We may still be in the 60s. Now we're 70 degrees on the nose right now, so it's warmed up a little more. Y'all a little cooler than us then, Dan. I figured organic is anything you'd plant in your garden, right, Rob? I mean, you're not using any chemical crap on it. I have a free range garden. Ooh, James is at 56 right now. Dang, that's hard to believe y'all had that bad of storms and your temps are that cool. James, seems like usually the bad storms come through when it's a lot warmer than that. Hey, there's 351 Cleveland. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you being in. Imagine y'all been getting rain today or last night too. There's Shasta Valley Outdoors. How you doing, brother? All right, riddle me this. Or y'all got snow or y'all warm weather today? I can't keep up with y'all. You're so high up on the mountain. Little Ridge Farm, I appreciate you hanging in here with us. And I'll be sure to make it on over to your premiere. And there again, I'm sorry about your house, but I'll be watching the rebuild process. So your weather can't make up its mind either, Shasta. That's what I said. It's hard for me to keep up with your weather because y'all are so up and down. Okay, well, I got you, Rob. I do use some fertilizer now. I will say that. When I first plant, I do my fertilizer, and after that, the only thing I put on them is fish emulsion, which that's pretty much all natural. But I do put uh, some 10 out to get my seedlings up. But after that, the only thing I use is fish emulsion. Same to you, Little Ridge Farms. Thank you so much for being in. Oh, no, there's no doubt about that, Rob. But it doesn't matter. It tastes a whole lot better. That's all that matters. Well, Shasta, down south here, we've got warmer every year quicker. So I don't know. We don't have a whole lot of winter down here anymore. Starting to be kind of like Florida weather here in Georgia. Bosscar Jerry, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate you being in. What you got going on this week coming up, Jerry? Yeah. Well, I gotta admit I do too, James. But now I will throw me some pork on the grill. It's definitely a lot more healthier for you to grow your own food. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of, do you want to take the time to do it? Because there is a lot of work involved. But I grew up having a garden as a kid every year. I mean, that's how we got by. So that's just another part of what you did. Oh, GGW, fish emulsion is the bomb. I mean, it stinks. It stinks to high heaven. But I tell you what, it is really rich in nutrients. My ex-wife used to, when we go brim fishing, she'd dig a hole under the garden and plug brim heads and stuff in there. It's the same thing. It's just the neighborhood cats don't come dig your garden up every night. Yeah, Epsom salt works real good, Scott. Epsom salt is real good for your plants. I've got a little bit left. I use it sometimes. Shop work this week. Okay, Jerry. Oh, there's no doubt about that either, Rob. I don't know if y'all we've got a thing here called Farmers and Consumers. It's a little newspaper that comes out. You have to pay for it. It's like $10 a year. But it's where it's like a buy, sell, and trade type deal for all the farmers around here. And I mean, no, I'm not saying I'm a farmer, but I mean the real farmers. But you can buy, beef and pork straight from those cattlemen here in Georgia. It's all certified. They take them to the slaughterhouse, then they sell it. And it's all just grass fed, grain fed, no crap added to them. And we bought like that before. Me and Stoney bought a quarter of a quarter. Each one of us got a quarter of a steer last year. There was 4 of us, and we each bought a quarter. And I think it's like $110, and I got quite a bit, of beef off of it. And that meat was so much better. So I'm planning on doing that once I get my freezer down here. I'll probably buy half a steer if I can afford it. And I'd like to slaughter a hog every year. When I was a kid, we used to do 3 hogs a year. Because I don't trust any of the meats that are in our markets now. Oh, Jerry, a man after my own heart. Jerry is frying him up some cabbage. That's awesome, Jerry. You're gonna get me wanting cabbage now tonight. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got a little cabbage I could fry up tonight. I hadn't figured out supper for tonight. Yeah, exactly, Joy. It's nothing better than homemade mac and cheese. Woo, Dan, y'all must have kept a mess of them brim. Y'all was catching them some good ones down there. I love them shell crackers. Man, if you get on some big shell crackers, they ain't nothing better than shell crackers. Yeah, they are, Shasta. Worm castings. Some of that stuff that I use, that potting soil that I put in my planters, they had bat guano, chicken manure, worm castings. It was 4 different things they mix in that stuff. So, it's probably rich enough. I probably didn't even have to add that 10 10 10, but I did it after I read the label. So that's right. Everybody be praying for James and his family, because James lost his mama. So we're all trying to make sure everybody prays for James. Oh yeah, 351. I love some brim, especially some big. I like brim almost as good as I like crappie, but that's probably my 2 favorite fan. I do like a catfish now. I ain't gonna say I don't like catfish. As long as they're about a pound, pound and a half, I like catfish. Yeah, Shasta, that's about the going price here for a young steer, is about $1,000. But we split them 4 ways, and it wasn't terribly bad. I couldn't afford a whole steer, but hey, that's awesome, Dan. Yeah, it does have a little bit of different taste, but I liked it. I thought the steaks tasted good on the grill. The hamburger meat, you couldn't tell any difference, of course, because I mixed the fat with it. But I really liked it. It was good. Oh, awesome, Dan. I'm telling you, I love me some bluegills. Tastes a little different, but I don't think it tastes, it's, not quite as, wild as like deer meat. I mean, I like deer meat too, but grass fed definitely does have a little different taste. But I loved it. I thought those steaks were some of the best steaks I've had in a long time. Yeah, I like about a pound or a pound. Well, 12 to 16-inch catfish. Just I don't like the big ones because they get all muddy tasting. But small catfish, when you just fillet them out, goodness gracious, I can eat my weight in catfish. Yeah, catfish tacos. There you go. GGW knows what he's talking about. Hey, there's the everything guy. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you being here. Got a good group of folks in here. You'll enjoy talking to everybody. Yeah, Jerry. As long as they're big enough that you don't have to pick through all them little bones. If you start catching some good shell crackers, you can fillet off those those shell crackers. Now I won't pick through a bunch of little bitty brim bones, but the shell crackers get big enough. I've seen some shell crackers on Clark Hill get dang near as big as a crappie. I mean, I've seen some that were probably, I don't know, 2 hands wide. I've seen some big shell crackers on Clark Hill. Awesome. Okay, I'll be over there and check it out. Everything, guy. I'll sure enough do it. We Yeah, with a lot of fishing folks in here, a lot of gardening folks, a lot of shooting folks, gun folks. We just got good folks. Ha! Dan. Well, if you can fillet it, I can eat it. I'll guarantee you that. How's that? I just don't like. I mean, my daddy always just cut the head off, cleaned them, and fried the whole fish. I got bones stuck in my throat when I was a kid eating with them little bitty brim bones. I couldn't. I said I'll never do that again. It's got to be filleted for me to eat it. But brim does have a awesome taste to them. It's funny because when I go down to Florida, a lot of times I'll wind up getting catfish. My buddies are like, "Man, we're in Florida. Why aren't you eating?" I said, "I don't care. I like catfish. I'm just one night I'll eat seafood, and one night I'll eat catfish." Hey, David Malloy, how you doing, brother? Yeah, you made it in. How you doing today? Are y'all still cold and under snow, or what y'all got there? I know it stays pretty cold there at your place. Now, James, I've never had spoonbill. I've seen them on people's videos, but we ain't got spoonbill here, so I've never had one. They say they're good though, but I've never had one. Hey, Rob, I'm sorry. I need to put a disclaimer on these live streams that you will roll out of here hungry. I guarantee you that. Rob, do y'all take the kayak out for? Do y'all fish in the kayak any, or y'all just tool around the streams? Oh man, Dan, rub it in. Some popcorn shrimp would be awesome right now. You know, Judith and Dan, I'm thinking most of the ones I used to like to keep were all blue cats. But I mean, I've ate all of them. But I'm thinking Daddy always used to tell us, say, make sure you save all the blue cats. But I don't know. I've eaten them all. I don't know if there's much difference in them. Hey, PA Trapping and Outdoors. How you doing, brother? I'm sorry if I missed you when you came in. PA had a great trapping season this year, too. Oh, okay. David, well, I know Mark J. Larson said he was in the 80s for a few days. You're in the mid 40s today, though. Well, y'all might start warming up pretty soon then. If y'all are getting some days in the 80s. Hey, that sounds good, James. A little deer in the deep fryer. That's a good idea, Razor. Yeah, some way to attach your recipes in the chat. That would be pretty cool. G23 Dan, is there any way to do that? You're going to have to figure out a way to do that. We'll start posting our recipes on here. That's a cool idea, Rob. I've seen a lot of people magnet fish. I've never tried it. Because I know good and well if I spent the money for a decent magnet, I'd get it hung up on something and lose it first time I dropped it down. I knew what you were saying, James. Don't worry about it. Well, I mean, I know I've ate blue cats and channel cats. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I've ate flatheads too. If it's catfish, I just throw it on a stringer and take it home. Only ones I know different is a blue cat looks a lot lighter blue than the other ones. But I probably couldn't tell you the difference in a channel cat and a flathead. Yeah, Joy, I'm thinking we always ate. Daddy wanted to keep the blue cats, but I kept all of them. I ain't picky. Catfish is catfish. Okay, Dan. The ribeye catfish. All right, I'll take your word for it. Hey, Abigail Sauce, how you doing? I appreciate you being in here, Abby. Well, I guess everybody's got their catfish choice. Like I said, I'll eat all of them. Scott liked the channels best. Wow, your weather's been up and down too, Abigail. From 75 to 33, man, that's a heck of a change. Is it about time for them to start popping out there, David? I imagine they're probably coming up here by now because we've had a lot of warm days. I got one place I've been eyeballing. I'm thinking I might know where a few might be, David, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking April is usually when they come out here. Beginning of April or the end of April and beginning of May, I think. Yeah, I think it's the end of April when we start seeing them around here, David. Yeah, James, I ciphered that one out when you were doing it. I knew what you were saying because I thought that sounds pretty good. Shasta here, I'm sure ours are probably up, but it's starting to come up by now.
Where's the remote?
Huh?
Where's the remote?
In my arm of my chair.
Okay.
Huh. Shasta, that's a lot later than here. Is that right, Dan? I could probably go to any bridge here around Atlanta and at least get 2 or 3 guns out of the water, I guarantee you. That's right, Abigail. Catfish is catfish as long as you cook it right. That's a good idea, Scott. Is that right, Razor? I've heard people talk about chubs. I think they eat perch and I don't know if it's the same fish, but in Florida, people eat perch. I've heard them called chubs on different channels, but I've never. I don't guess we got either one here. Oh, okay, PA, that makes sense. It's starting to warm up, Abigail. Maybe it won't be long before you'll be able to get out and do some fishing. Now, James, I never heard of a mud cat or a butter cat. Oh, okay, Shasta. Oh, there's Anita Blue. How you doing, Anita? I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're doing good. And I hope it's nice and warm there at your place. There's Jamie's Country Living. How you doing, Miss Jamie? Oh, that's okay if you can't stay or if you're. That's okay. We're just glad to see you. There's Irene, the field guide. How you doing, Irene? I really enjoyed your last video. I like that app. I'm gonna load that on my phone today, probably. Yeah, we're all doing pretty good here. The rain finally stopped, so actually pretty nice afternoon now. That might be good. I mean, that'd probably be pretty good, Abigail. Just cut your deer meat kind of thin, I bet that'd be good. Okay, David. I appreciate you being in, buddy. I hope you find you some. I may go looking next week with all this rain we had. I bet we got some that's popped out. But I appreciate you coming in the live stream, David. Y'all have a great week. Well, of course you would, G23 Dan. You're on the coast. I like flounder too now. Dan says bullhead and polycat. Now y'all talking Greek to me because I don't know what any of these fish are. I've heard of a bullhead, I think, but not a polycat. Yeah. Y'all got a lot of different fishing we got here in Georgia. Mudfish is a bullcat. Bullcat. Yeah, this is all news to me. Jerry says they got creek chubs. Okay, Shasta. I don't know. I guess maybe I have heard of mudcats. Yeah, and I don't. James, do we have those here in Georgia? Oh gosh, y'all are still cold, Anita. I was hoping y'all be warm. We're finally warming up a little bit here now. Thank goodness. I've had enough cold and rain. That sounds like a deal there, Abigail. That's what we got, that little bitty John boat, and that's plenty big enough just to go do the fishing we like to do. Like I said, as long as you can bring home enough to cook up for supper, it's been a good day. Oh gosh, Jamie, it's been raining so hard here, I can't do nothing in the garden today. Tomorrow, maybe I'll get my vegetables planted. Really, Irene? I didn't know that. I thought y'all had been getting some of these rainstorms that's been moving up the East Coast. I hate that y'all been that dry. I didn't know that because everything down here on the East Coast has been just flooded. I'm glad it didn't get bad enough to get up and get your house or nothing, though. All right, David, be careful, buddy. Well, you can still get some flounder, Dan. Is that right, Shasta? What do you do? Just get it in the grocery store, Dan? Or do you get it on a pizza, or what do you get? Where do you get your flounder? Yeah, I agree with that, Dan. I'll be darned, Dan Davis. I don't know if I ever caught one of them. I'm I don't know, Rob. I believe I'm getting confused now. Okay, James. Well, I guess we do got him. never really paid much attention. I guess I just threw them on the stringer and ate them, whatever they called them. I mean, I never remember seeing anything with a yellow belly like that or red belly. Mudcat's black with a white belly, and a buttercat is black with a yellow belly. I guess I've ate them then. I just didn't. I don't know. I guess I didn't pay them no attention. Oh, okay, Dan. I got you. I usually get flounder every once a year. Well, when I go down to Florida every time, one night I'll get either flounder or grouper. He said mudcats, a flathead. Okay. I'm telling you, catfish are catfish. That's the way I look at it. If they're the right size, I'm going to eat them. Well, I didn't know, Rob. I mean, every now and then he goes to the coast. I didn't know if he took off out there and caught him some flounder or not. Dan Davis said we call bullheads mudcats. Okay. Good grief, Abigail. I've got finned by them, but I never had one clamp down on me like that. That's terrible, Irene. That's one thing I'll say here. That we got a couple of places where I would not eat the fish. The Chattahoochee River is one of them. There's so many plants that dump there's spillways in there and there's raw sewage in there. We used to joke about the way we catch catfish on the Chattahoochee River is you just wait till it gets dark. You'll see them swimming by because they glow in the dark, and then you can cast out and catch one. But I'm telling you, there's all kinds of nasty stuff. I think the EPA is fining the city of Atlanta like I don't remember how many thousands of dollars a day because they won't clean it up because of all the crap that goes into that river. I wouldn't eat anything out of Chattahoochee. Well, Chattahoochee south of Atlanta. Now, Chattahoochee north of Atlanta is clean water. And I think anything that's 12 to 16 inches, any catfish is pretty good, I would think. But now I've ate some that were probably 4 or 5 pounders. Man, they had I don't care if you soak them in buttermilk, whatever you did, you couldn't get that old muddy taste out of them. Yeah, if their rib cage is that big, PA, it probably ain't worth catching them or trying to do them up if their ribs take up all their body. Oh gosh, is that right, Shasta? That's weird. Every now and then, when it gets real hot in the summer, we'll get those algae warnings in a couple of places, but it's not very much here. Generally, the water moves pretty good here. And some of the lakes will get that algae and they say stay out of it. They say don't let your dogs in it either because it'll kill a dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I believe that would have done me in from catching any fish out of there, Irene. Not in the Hudson anyway. Well, Rob, in the South, we eat most everything that'll swim by. If it isn't too bony, we'll eat it. So, oh, that's cool, Abigail. Yeah, I used to fish the Flint River a pretty good bit. It's a nice river. It's a clean river. We used to put out uh, trot hooks, all up and down the banks of the Flint, catch catfish at night like that on set lines. Just above that was just above the shoals down there. It was a big rock shoals. We'd fish just above that. Okay, Jamie, that's fine. We done got Rob hungry listening to everything, so he's probably gonna bail out soon and eat. Still looking for something else to eat? I don't know what we got, buddy.
I want some to drink.
Okay. That's something, Scott. I never heard of turtles getting a virus like that. I don't guess we have no trouble with that here. Yuck, Joy. Oh, okay. I got you, PA. See, I'm confused on all these different catfish. Hey, turkey and cheese sounds good, Jamie. Is that one of your turkeys? That's something, Irene. Yeah, they say when that green algae gets in there, it sucks all the oxygen out of the water too. There you go, Abigail. That's exactly right. Don't matter what kind of fish it is. I've had shark one time, Dan. It didn't really impress me. It was all right, but she usually does, Irene. She gets us talking about food and then everybody gets hungry and has to make them a snack. Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but I didn't care much for it over any other kind of fish. One I ate was a small one, Abigail. We caught it on the fishing boats and we ate it. AR Guns 1776. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you coming by. The rain stopped up at your house by now? Oh, that's a miserable feeling, Shasta, if you ever do get out on a boat and get sick. Yeah, they are pretty pricey, Rob. Yeah, now you'll run into that, Abigail. Them turtles will clean your bait off your hook quick. Is that right, Scott? Annalie Brown, how you doing, Annalie? I appreciate you popping in. I'm way behind in the chat, as you can tell. Okay, got you, PA. Oh man, that stink, Irene. Okay, James. I mean, I'm surprised I don't know the difference of them, but like I said, if I just know if it's a catfish, it's the right size, I'm gonna eat it. It's Georgia Boy 44. We just talking about you earlier. You been catching any crappie lately? Yeah, a lot of times Publix and Kroger will have shark steaks. Hey, I that's where I'd have been too, Georgia Boy. I don't blame you, buddy. Yeah, I didn't care much for it. That I mean, I wasn't really impressed, Annalie. Say hey to everybody.
Hi.
All right, what you doing?
Did,
Oh, you making popcorn?
yeah, last time I was at Mama's, I learned how to make popcorn.
All right, I'll make you about some popcorn. Okay, AR. I knew it was looking like it was going to rain again. Was Dan and Judith taking off? I missed them. Okay, Dan, I appreciate you being in, brother. Y'all enjoy the rest of the weekend up there for tonight.
What it cooks?
Spotted bass yesterday on floating Rapala. What?
How long did it cook?
Y'all hang on. I got to get this popcorn going.
So is it like
Look.
0?
No. Push reset. Set right there. Set
Yeah.
popcorn. Push that button right there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's already got a setting for popcorn. Got your bowl already?
It's after listen to it.
All right, bring your bowl over when it gets ready, and I'll pour it in there for you. Okay. Bunch of spotted bass, man. I could eat a little spotted bass right now. Irene, I appreciate you being in here. I hope you have a good week ahead. I'm not going to be on much longer. I got to get off here shortly too, because I got to make sure my grandboy don't eat me out of house and home. Oh, exactly, Annalie. They'll clean your hook if you don't get them on the first nibble. They're gonna get your stuff. We caught these fish just off of fishing boats and told them we wanted to try one. So they brought it. They let us bring it in. Yeah, and I love me some trout too, Annalie. Better pop you some up, Jerry. That's what he's having for a snack. And in just a minute, I'm going to have some now that he's cooking some. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you being in here so long, buddy. I really do. I hope y'all have a great week. Make sure you get you some bread made up too. Really? That's ridiculous, Shasta. Here, bring it over here. I'll open it. It's hot. Hey, Georgia Boy, I tell you what, I got my seeds in, but I have not been able to get my plants planted because it's still sprinkling out there right now. I'm hoping by tomorrow afternoon. Here, bring it over. You got it? I'll be able to get my plants in the ground. But it's been a heck of a week with all this rain. Hey, Woody's trapping. How you doing, old Woody? Pick that up. Put it where it goes. What you been up to, Woody?
Wait, whose name is Lee?
Rob. Yeah, you got here late, Woody, but that's okay, buddy. But I'm leaving a little bit early because I got my grandson here, and he's ate most everything in the house, and he's working his way over here to the chairs and the stools and stuff. So he'll start whittling on some wood like a beaver in a minute.
I'm not a beaver.
Hey, no kidding, Georgia boy. Woody he's got a place to fish right there for sure, don't he? That lake's loaded with some bass, some good bass too. Yeah, James, I don't mind the rain. I've trapped in it all year, but I don't want to get out there in that mucky garden when it you can't plant nothing when it's a mud hole. Dan. Working on some lawnmowers. Well, it's a good time to do it while it's raining, Woody. Jerry, normally he does, but this year he hadn't seemed real interested in it. He likes to help me run the rototiller, but he don't seem to like to do a whole lot of planting. Now my other grandbaby, one of my other grandbabies, a little girl, Maddie, she likes planting seeds. He likes doing more mechanical stuff, like tillering or riding my four-wheeler. Man, that sounds like a good supper right there, Annalie. Now I'm really hungry. Oh, Woody, I hate when that happens. I took Aiden it was fishing with Grandpa Day, and I took him down to the lake. Man, he run a brim hook through my finger. I could not get it out. The game warden wouldn't get it out. I told him, I said, do that thing where they put the string around it, yank it out. He said, man, I can't do that. So I wound up having to go to the ER and have it cut out of my finger because it was just too deep. I could not get it out. I imagine with a bass hook that would have felt even worse. Hey, there's Bones Yard. How you doing, brother Bones? I need to come by and check out how that hot water heater grill worked. I saw you'd done a video on it. I just hadn't been able to come by and look yet, but I'll look tonight. Really, Georgia boy? Well, I've tilled mine 2 or 3 times, but I'm doing them raised beds, so I don't know how it's gonna work in them or not. If we keep getting all this rain, I just hope them things drain good enough. Ah, James, you just stick with driving your big old Lincoln now. I heard something about that, Dan, a little while ago. I can't remember where they said it's at. Seems like it's down by Woody. Woody, is that big old fire down there near y'all? Is that right, Rob? Yeah, Georgia boy, there's a big fire and some kind of plant going somewhere, but I can't remember now where it's at. I was thinking it was South Georgia. That's good, Bones. I'm gonna come by and check it out. I watched you fire it up. It looked like it was drawing good. So I'll come by and see how your food turned out. Oh, well, there's a lot of splinters comes off a toothpick, Hannah. They probably had to flush it out pretty good too. All right, a resin plant. Yeah, I knew I had heard that, Dan, but I couldn't remember what county it was in or what town. I was thinking it was down near Metter, near Woody. Oh man, Woody, I hate that. That's the only thing that scares me about using them big old plugs like that, big lures. Them things got some sure enough hooks on them. That's like those lures I use when I'm Spanish mackerel fishing down in Florida. I've hung myself with them 2 or 3 times. Brunswick. Okay, well, that's not near Woody. That's more on the coast over near Savannah. But I knew it was somewhere in South Georgia, but that's right over on the coast where Brunswick's at. Glenn County, yeah. That's right over there on the water. I hope the plant's off the water and not right on the water. That's a good idea, Georgia boy. I usually just step on them. I'll step on a fish and hold it down while I pull it out with a pair of pliers. I can't stand messing. Any kind of plug that's got three of those hooks on it make me nervous. Because if that fish slings his tail, it's going to hang you every time with that hook. Oh man, Annalie, I feel. Oh, that sounds terrible. That hurts me just thinking about that. I don't know, James. It's a place that makes resin. I don't know if that used to be a paper plant or not. Apparently, it's a pretty good sized place, though. I think that's a newer plant, James. I don't think that that sounds like a newer business down there. I bet they make resin to make sheets of plywood out or gyp board where they glue that crap together down there because there's a lot of mills down there where they do wood and lumber. Yeah, and the spotted bass are bad about it, Georgia boy. A good sized regular largemouth will do it to you too. But I usually try and get them in the boat and get my foot on them if I'm going to take out a plug. That's one reason I like to fish with worms. plastics. Oh gosh, Woody, that'd have been even worse. That'd have been terrible. A whopper plopper is a heck of a bait, though. I tell you what, you've been crushing them with that whopper plopper. Ah, all right, Dan, you got 3 minutes. Talk about tongue all you'd like. Here, I'll start the conversation. I ain't eating none. How's that? It's because you hadn't mentioned it. Bernie's not in here today, so he hadn't brought it up. Jen hadn't been in, so she didn't bring it up. I'm surprised Scott didn't throw it out there just to make me have to gag about it. Yeah, it is, Woody. Yeah, you got to go get you some lingo from the roach coach, Dan. Hey, Georgia boy, that little bitty old brim hook I was using when I was fishing with my grandboy, that thing was so small it went in and came out, and it's kind of had those double barbs on it. I could not get it out. I could not pull it on through the other way. It just wouldn't do it. So I had to go to the ER and get that little one out of there. If it had been a big hook, I might have been able to run it all the way through and yank it out. But I couldn't get it out, and the game warden wouldn't get it out, so I didn't have no choice. Because by then, it was starting to hurt. That's right, Annalee. Hoghead cheese. You know what? I think I'll just skip all that. Spam's about as close to hoghead cheese as I'm eating. That's right, Rob. You know, when I was a kid, I could run barefoot on busted bottles. I guarantee you. Nowadays, if I step on a BB, it hurts my feet. I ain't got tough feet anymore like when I was a kid. I never wore shoes when I was a kid. You get you some what was that potted meat they always sold, had the little devil on it? What was that? Was it red devil potted meat or something? And crackers. We used to eat a lot of that. I know, Dan, but I just I can't get past the thinking about it. I'm a lightweight. I'll admit it, buddy. Yeah, red devil potted ham. I used to eat that stuff all the time when I was deer hunting. Deviled ham. That stuff was good. Make a good sandwich too. I do nowadays, Dan. I about got to. Deviled ham, that's right. I about got to wear shoes. My feet's done got too tender. Hey, ain't nothing. You know what? If you eat Vienna sausages or spam or anything else, it's all lips and ears, and it don't matter. As long as they don't tell me. It's like Dan said. You could probably make me some make me some Vienna sausages out of lingua, and I'd probably eat them because I wouldn't know what's in it. The worst thing you can do is read the label on some of that stuff. You don't want to know what's in it. Just eat it and get full. It'll get you through the fishing trip or hunting trip. What do you mean, Yankees? Damn Yankees and their tender feet, Dan? I'm in the South. That's exactly right, Georgia boy. Rooters, tooters, and snooters. Just don't tell me what's in it. Just pass me the crackers with it. Hey, Woody, I appreciate it, buddy. I hope your finger gets to feeling better. That's going to be sore for a few days. I know it will be. I need to get out of here, too. I appreciate everybody hanging in here with me. It was a good, it was a fun chat today. That's right, James. That's exactly right, buddy. Well, James, we're all praying for you, mama, buddy, and praying for you and your family. I like that too, Annalee. Thanks, Jerry. I hope you do too. And everybody, I might have to cut out of here because I got the little monster one back here. So I'm going to go to watching him. I might have to feed him. That popcorn ain't going to last long, and he's going to come looking for more food. So I got to get him up some supper. But I appreciate all y'all hanging in here. And I enjoyed it like I always do. Thank you, 351. I appreciate it, everybody. And I'm going to cut out of here. And I reckon I'll see you on the next one.